What if suddenly you did take off and you were #1 in America, you were #1 in England? What would you do with the money then?
I'll spend it on drugs.
Do you think that people expect rock stars to be outrageous?
Yeah, I guess they do.
Billy Idol helped to define the MTV era of the 80s with hits like White Wedding, Money Money, Dancing with Myself. The new documentary, Billy Idol Should Be Dead, follows his rise from punk rock in England to global superstardom and a lifestyle that spiraled fast and almost killed him more than once. Billy Idol is very much alive, and he joins me right now on our set. Welcome to The Story Is for the first time. Very cool to have you here.
Cheers, no, fantastic to be here.
And what a day to have you here, because we have news, which is that you are the newest inductee to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, just announced. How's that sound? How's that feel?
Well, it's pretty fantastic. I think it's great. I was part of Ozzy Osbourne's induction, solo induction, a couple of years ago, and that was a lot of fun. I mean, I heard a lot of criticisms about the Rock Hall and everything, but that night was really good fun, and you know, just hanging out with all the different people backstage and working with the musicians on the stage. You know, it was a fantastic night, so I'm really looking forward to it.
I mean, what does that mean to you, being a Hall of Famer?
Well, it's pretty incredible. I mean, I fell in love with rock and roll when I was sort of 7 years old, and I dreamed about being in a group or doing music as a career. And look where it's ending up. That's pretty wild. I would never have imagined this at all. Yeah. When I started out. It's kind of fantastic.
Well, of course, a well-deserved spot among the greats, as you are one. And let's get into the documentary, which kind of chronicles your life. And, you know, they talk about this idea of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And there's a lot of all three in your life, right? What is it? What is it about that combo, do you think, that works so well, especially for the rock business? Well, sometimes doesn't work so well, depending on the perspective, yeah.
What survived it is really the tale that the documentary,
right?
It's not just a survival story, but it is part of it that I kind of came through, and I've had a really great time as well. I've really enjoyed it. It's been fantastic, and I'm really glad that I took a door opened when punk rock was happening that I walked through. I'm really glad I did that, because it enabled me to have this kind of life where I got to live a kind of a dream, you know.
Well, and the documentary, you're sort of described by some of your friends as like a monster when you got high. So much so that they literally created a monster, like drew a monster to represent you. Yeah, do you see yourself that way? Did you feel like you were a monster?
Well, some of the animation in the documentary is fantastic for that very purpose. And a little bit, yeah, I would have these episodes. I didn't quite realize how drugs or drink can affect you, you know, so I would have what I called episodes occasionally. And yeah, I did turn into a bit of a monster at times. And then I had to come to terms with that and realize, you know, I had to put drugs and stuff like that in the rearview mirror and overcome it all. And I think hopefully, touch wood, I have, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it was also kind of striking. It seemed like there was a lot of enabling around you. I mean, literally, like your drug dealer moved in next door at one point. You just like knock on the door. Do you feel like in some ways some of your friends and family may have let you down when you needed more help?
No, actually, I think my family really were there for me when, in particular, my dad, my mum and dad, you know, my dad came to New York when I was going through a bit of a bad time with drugs and stuff, and kind of helped to show me, you know, that people cared about me more than just what my next record was, you know. Mm-hmm. And they were always really supportive, really, and so it was, you know, I have children as well. Children are now grandchildren, so I had to think about what would I be saying to them if I just remained a drug addict the rest of my life. I had to sort of really think about that.
That's what got you out of it?
Well, kind of. I mean, yeah, initially my children, and now I'm really glad I'm the way I am for my grandchildren, because they know this Billy.
Let's talk about some music, because part of what you get into the documentary is this idea that you and MTV sort of took off at the same time and both really helped each other a lot. And sort of one of the original music videos that helped MTV soar was your video, White Wedding. Let's watch that.
Hey, little sister, what have you done? Hey, sister.
I mean, this was playing like every half hour because there weren't that many music videos back in the day. What do you remember most? What do you see when you look at that?
Well, you know, it's a young guy sort of finding his way, and I really cared about what I was doing. I mean, you can see a lot of the imagery in the videos came from me. I mean, I knew I had to set the pace for my music and for the imagery in the videos.
You know, the title of this is Billy Idol Should Be Dead. Why do you think you're alive?
I don't know, it's sheer luck, really. I was really lucky that there was a number of times when it was like a touch and go that I was going to be here. But I am here, and I'm in good shape. I'm enjoying it. You know, that's the thing. I'm enjoying what we're doing. We did one of the biggest tours I've ever done last year. So for me, it's all going forward. It's getting bigger. We're getting more people coming to the shows.
What do you think is the most important lesson we can learn from your life story?
Well, I think it's worth going after your dreams. I really do think. If I hadn't have, I don't know what quite I would have done if I hadn't have done what you're going to watch in the documentary. If you watch it, you're going to see what I went for. And it was a bit of a dream to do music, and I went for it, you know. And when I saw the chance, when punk rock opened this door, I saw my chance and I went for it. And I'm so glad I did, because I've had a fantastic time, and I've really enjoyed it, and I'm still enjoying it today.
And you have so many millions of fans around the world who are enjoying it, me among them. What an honor, what a thrill to have you here. Thank you so much. And congratulations, the Hall of Famer,
Yeah, all right.
Billy Idol.
Cheers.
We
Thank you.
love that.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much. We'll be back with more. The Story Is right after this.